A rare summer storm with winds of up to 146 kilometers per hour hit the Netherlands on Wednesday, causing at least one death as people across much of the country were told to stay indoors and travel was severely disrupted. A 51-year-old woman died in Haarlem after a tree fell on the car she was in, local police said. In Amsterdam, several people were injured as dozens of trees were toppled by the storm, damaging cars and houseboats along the city's canals.
There's a lot that we're still trying to learn.
A U.S. soldier is believed to be in the custody of North Korea, marking the first such occurrence in several decades. This situation poses a potential diplomatic challenge for the United States, which, in partnership with South Korea, aims to maintain pressure on Pyongyang amidst the nation's increased ballistic missile tests and aggressive rhetoric. The soldier who crossed the demarcation line into North Korea on Tuesday has been identified by the U.S. Army as Pivot Travis King. According to U.S. military officials, King deliberately and without authorization entered North Korea while participating in a civilian tour of the Joint Security Area. This area consists of a small cluster of buildings located within the demilitarized zone that has separated North and South Korea since the conclusion of the Korean War in 1953. On Monday, Russia made the decision to halt an unprecedented wartime agreement that facilitated the transportation of grain from Ukraine to regions in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. This interruption comes at a time when hunger is becoming an increasing threat in those areas, compounded by rising food prices that have plunged more people into poverty. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov announced the suspension of the Black Sea Grain Initiative until Russia's own agricultural shipments to the global market are prioritized and facilitated. Despite Russia having recently been exporting record amounts of wheat and maintaining the flow of fertilizers, it insists on addressing perceived obstacles such as shipping and insurance restrictions that have hindered its food and fertilizer exports, both of which play vital roles in the global food supply chain. Peskov stated that once the conditions related to Russia's involvement in the Black Sea deal are met, Russia will promptly resume its participation in the agreement. In a significant development, a U.S. nuclear-armed ballistic missile submarine, SSBN, made a historic visit to South Korea on Tuesday, marking the first such visit since the 1980s. This visit comes as the United States and South Korea initiate discussions to synchronize their responses in the event of a potential nuclear conflict with North Korea. Kirk Campbell, the White House Indo-Pacific coordinator, confirmed the anticipated visit during a briefing in Seoul, where he was participating in the inaugural Nuclear Consultative Group, NCG, discussion with South Korean officials. The arrival of the American nuclear submarine in Busan represents a substantial milestone, considering the significant passage of time since the last visit of its kind. The establishment of the NCG was announced in April during a summit between South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol and President Joe Biden in Washington. The group's primary objective is to enhance the coordination of nuclear responses between the United States and South Korea in the event of a potential conflict with North Korea. This move comes in the midst of increasing calls within South Korea for the country to possess its own nuclear weapons, a step that the United States opposes. During the International Auto Show held in Shanghai earlier this year, renowned global automakers like Toyota, Ford, and BMW were present. However, it was Chinese brands such as BYD and NIO that stood out with their cutting-edge and affordable electric vehicles. China's electric vehicle companies have experienced significant growth in recent years, emerging as formidable competitors for American automakers like Tesla. CEO William Li of NIO highlighted the intense competition within China's electric vehicle industry, particularly as China is the largest market for electric vehicles worldwide and the largest automobile market overall. This fierce competition has spurred rapid advancements within the industry. According to research conducted by Counterpoint Research in Hong Kong, approximately 1/4 of passenger cars sold in China last year were either all-electric or plug-in hybrid vehicles, in contrast to around 7% in the United States. Gigi Hadid, the 28-year-old model, and another person were arrested on July 10, 2023, in the Cayman Islands after their luggage was searched upon arrival via a private aircraft from the United States. The search yielded a small quantity of marijuana. Following the arrest, Hadid appeared in court 2 days later and admitted guilt to charges related to importing a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. As a result, she was fined $1,200 USD, and no official conviction was recorded.